Hello, everybody. Hello. It's great to see y'all today. I saw on Facebook yesterday that a friend of mine was saying, why can't I get any of these real estate agents to call me back? And I thought, oh, girl, it's because you don't equal money. I'm going to say some things today that are going to hurt some real estate agents' feelings. So buckle up. Or don't share it with your favorite real estate agent because they're not going to like the secrets that I'm about to tell y'all. See, and I'm talking about residential real estate agents here, okay? The commercial, mostly guys, totally different. But residential real estate agents are mostly one-trick ponies. They don't know how to get paid unless they're going to a closing and getting a commission check for you buying or selling a property. The broker doesn't know how to get paid unless their agents are going to closings and getting commission checks for representing you buying or selling a property. Now, I've said this before and I've said it a lot. It's just been a long time since I've said it. But I'm here to remind you that there are thousands of ways to make money in real estate, whether you're a real estate agent or not. But especially if you're a real estate agent, there are thousands of ways to get paid every month, whether you have a closing or not. Now, your broker doesn't want me to say that because then they'll have to expand their rules and standard operating procedures, and your cousin's real estate agent doesn't want me to say that because they're making a killing doing the listings and the binds and the things. But it's true. There are lots of ways to make money in real estate with or without a license. And my particular friend that I was talking to yesterday, who couldn't get the agents to call them back, she's looking for a rental house. The thing is, residential real estate agents don't work with rental houses because as an industry, we are poked and prodded and encouraged to live on that Grant Cardone, more, bigger, stronger, better, faster, alpha, lead generating, getting out there, kill what you hunt, get big checks, do all the things, roar! And a rental house doesn't really move the metrics. And I'm really afraid that real estate agents calling her back because they need a $10,000 or $20,000 commission check at closing to pay their Discover bill. And helping her find a rental house isn't going to move the needle. Even though this woman is brilliant and she has been in real estate, not as a real estate agent, but she's been in real estate for years, and she knows lots of real estate agents, and she's helped them build their book of business. But now that she needs help, she doesn't fit their buy box. And I love that real estate agents have criteria. I love that they have standards. I love that they make you get pre-qualified before they'll drive you around every Sunday for a year and a half and then you don't buy anything. I love that they have standards. I have standards also in my real estate business. I only work with sellers. I don't really work with buyers unless you're my mama. And I only have one of those, so I don't have a lot of buyers on my book of business. But when I talk to sellers, I don't just work with any and every seller because I have standards. I have things that I require my sellers to meet before I will run comps for them. All right. I want the house to be empty. You know how many sellers have an empty house? Not a lot. So it really cuts down on the amount of people that I'm going to be able to work with. I like my sellers to have their houses or the property or their land free and clear, paid off. No liens, no encumbrances, no mortgages, no tax deed sale properties problems. All right. I want no other agents involved. All right. If your cousin who lists a house every 5 years, who could honestly be me because I don't list that many houses, if they're going to represent you and they're going to ask me all sorts of great and wonderful questions, then I don't want to be involved. But if your friend listed their house, then I can't buy that house because I don't want to have to pay your friend who didn't do a good job marketing it because I'm going to buy it. All right. So I've got 3 rules when I work with sellers. I want it empty. I don't want anything in there but the dust bunnies. I don't want your tenant. I don't want your squatter. I don't want anybody in there. I don't care if the house is falling down as long as it's empty. I want it paid off free and clear. If you are behind on payments, I'm not your girl. I used to do that. I ain't doing it no more. If you are making 2 payments and you're in a tight spot, I don't want to be working with you because your tight spot is going to create me stress, and I don't want your stress to be my stress. Okay? When the house is paid off and free and clear, we're not worried about if it takes a month or it takes 10 months to sell. Nobody's making a payment on it. It doesn't matter. It's not a stressful situation. And I don't want any other agents involved because most of the time when I'm looking at houses, working with houses, dealing with sellers, especially on the residential side, I'm buying it. I'm not listing it. All right. And I buy with creative financing. I buy on terms. I buy with owner financing. I buy with lease options. And I haven't bought a house in years because the real estate agents out there are doing a really good job of selling houses without needing me, without needing my 3 offers, without needing creative financing, without needing my strategy. But listen, I went to a realtor meeting yesterday, the Women's Council of Realtors. It was a great show on the Planning Commission. Rich Levinson was there. He gave a great presentation on the current state of affairs for the Planning Commission in Knox County. Wonderful, very educational. I loved it. If you weren't there, you missed a good $35 lunch and basically free education because it was worth it. But anyway, I talked to a lot of realtors in those rooms, in my Sunday school rooms, in the Dollywood line. I talked to a lot of realtors, and I know that y'all haven't had closings in 6 months. I see you on Facebook talking about how awesome the market is and how great and wonderful things are, but I talked to you in line at the women's events, and I know you're in trouble. I know you're in a bind. I know nobody showed up at your open house. And that tells me that some of y'all, not all of you, because some of you are killing it. Some of you are making $1 million a month and you're a prize-winning agent at your firm and you are doing all the right things and you are making all the right sales and closings and you got all the right negotiation tactics. You're cool. All right, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the ones that don't have any listings, or their listings are stale, or their listings aren't getting the right traction, or they've had to have some, what do you call it? Price corrections. It's not a reduction. It's a correction. Y'all are about to need me. Y'all are about to need some creative financing and some lease options and some owner financing and some ways of making deals happen and getting some check, maybe just a referral check, but a check, because the market isn't as fun as it was a year, 2, 3, 4 years ago when you got your license. And you got more overhead now. And you're making big promises to sellers and you can't get it closed in 3 hours like you were. Y'all are about to need me. And I'm back. So it's good timing. But anyway, back to the topic. Nobody is calling my friend back because they don't know how to make money off of her. And that's okay-ish. But just know that if you don't fit a buy box, if you don't fit the criteria that agents get bombarded with, that they have to have this, that, and the other before they can even talk to you, you're on your own. And unfortunately, finding rental properties is not high on the priority list for real estate agents. Now, property managers, yeah, call some property managers. They know exactly who has what coming available and what the condition is going to be and what neighborhood it's going to be in and if it meets your criteria. They also know which landlords that they could push to take you as a tenant, because they know what kind of quality tenant you will be. So maybe don't call real estate agents if you're looking for a rental house. Call a property manager. Call a landlord. Call maybe a mortgage person who is working with investors and they need a good person to move into their rental house. Also, check the Big Z. Check Facebook Marketplace. Real estate agents aren't taught most residential real estate agents aren't taught how to make money off of rental houses. They're missing a golden goose. But it doesn't fit that rah-rah, go get it, bleh, that we keep getting preached. And I've been there. I've done the Grant Cardone thing. I've done the rah-rah. I've done the strong alpha. Get out there, get it. Demolish all your competition. Be the biggest and the best and make the most money, blah, 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 blah. Been there, done that. Burn out on it. It's not that much fun. It's a lot easier as a real estate agent when you have a steady book of business that you don't have to kill yourself or bend over backwards to keep happy. And maybe that's your mama, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's your mom's house. Maybe it's mom's house sellers. But that's a whole other topic. Y'all have a great day.